I want you to live the life you were meant to live. You hear me? Not the life that was given to you. What do you want? This is what we're supposed to be doing today. Do me a favor. Don't holler at me until you do it. So you have an opportunity of a lifetime. I need you to take it serious. Let's go to work. When you get the opportunity, from day one, you get hungry day one and you stay hungry. And so I'm telling you, you hang around the right people, they will give you dreams for yourself that you didn't even have for yourself. You are nothing but the sum total of the people that you're closest to. You can start from wherever and get to wherever you want to get to. That's what I'm asking you to do. What fuels you? The reason why you're so lazy is not because you don't have the ability. You're so lazy because your dream's so small. Don't be upset by the results you didn't get from the work you did not do. I didn't get the results because I didn't do the work. Like if somebody gets you an out, take it. Like I don't care how hard it is, how difficult. If you have somebody that's willing to rock with you, hold your hand in the process, encourage you, motivate you, inspire you, like stop saying, I'm not good enough. Stop saying, my family, we don't do this. Like stop with the excuses and take the opportunity that's given to you. Shoot the doggone shot, you wide open. Take the shot. So do me a favor, let it destroy you. So let the dream destroy you, tear you down, redefine you, build you back up, make you stronger. So I need you to do me a huge favor. I just need you to be real. Man, it's crazy, but you know, I had a couple things in my life that I wanted to accomplish and I didn't get them done. You know, and I know it's not too late, but I kind of like got to that point where it's like, you know, I just can't do it. Like I put forth a valiant effort and I just can't do it. And so he was like, oh, what was one of them? And I was like, what you just said, 100 miles, I wanted to run a marathon. And he was like, oh, okay, cool. You really want to run a marathon? And I was like, in my mind, yeah, you know? So he was like, no, you for real? I said, bro, I'm not as for real as I can be about something that I want to do, but that I didn't do. Yeah. You know, so he was like, oh, okay. I just finished speaking. And so I was like, let me check Tim out. And so right after it was over, so he was like, all right, well, if you want to run a marathon, come on. And I was like, what? He's like, come on, let's go get started. We'll do it together. And I was like, okay, bro, like right now? He's like, well, if you want to do it, when would be the best time to do it? And I was like, okay, I guess now. You can't run a marathon with someone who's never run a marathon. You know what I'm saying? Like you have a better chance of running a marathon with somebody who ran a marathon, like who really has the mindset, like they ran it, so they know what it takes. How many people in your immediate environment, those people who are in your sacred circle, represent people who are on the same mission as you? Or do you have a bunch of people on your list who are not on the same mission as you, and those individuals are pulling you down? I have cut off the people who are not on the same mission with me, and I've surrounded myself with people who have the same values, who have the same mindset, and people who want to accomplish what I want to accomplish. And we go to sleep and wake up talking about the dream. We go to sleep and wake up talking about the dream. We go to sleep to wake up, talk about what we did when we first started, talk about where we are, examining what we did right, what we did wrong. Listen to me, you gotta eat the dream. You have to sleep the dream. You have to dream the dream. You have to see it when nobody else sees it. You have to feel it when it's not tangible. You have to believe it when you cannot see it. You gotta be possessed with the dream, and every single day you've got to wake up and put forth effort, because some days you're not going to feel like getting up, but the dream is going to push you. You wake up every single morning and you go after it.
Alrighty. Good morning, beautiful people. How is everyone doing? Let me know in the chat box if you can hear me loud and clear, if you can see my screen. Yes, I see a thumbs up. That's amazing. Alrighty. I'm excited to start this morning session. We have some things to go over, of course, from last week and of course to look at for this week. But before I start with that, I want to do something like I did in the past so many times, but it's such a lovely thing to start your day with, and it's just having that attitude of gratitude. So putting out the gratitude in the morning, the first thing in the morning, is one of the most powerful things you can do. When it comes down to positive mindset and putting yourself first, all right? So let me know in the chat box for the people who are live with me, what are you grateful for on this beautiful morning? It can be the most simple thing. You can be grateful for waking up. You can be grateful for the people around you. You can be grateful for your morning coffee. You can be grateful for the opportunity of trading. You can be grateful for your family and so on and so forth. These were all the things I am grateful for this morning, for my consistency, for my discipline. And of course, I'm so grateful I can share my knowledge and energy with all of you guys here on this session. And of course, for the people who are watching the recording through my YouTube channel. All right. So let me know. I'm so happy and grateful that I woke up. I'm so happy and grateful for the freedom that I have. Amazing, amazing. I love it. Love to see these things. Believe me, practice this every single day and watch your life change. This is such a small thing I've added into my life a couple of years already back. And since I've been doing that, a lot of things changed for me. All right. Happy and grateful you teach me this strategy. Amazing, amazing. I love it so much to see these things popping up in the chat box. Good. Let's just dive right in what we had last week, and of course what we had or what we have for today. Before I will go into the charts, I want to show you, I warned you guys about the CPI coming in on Wednesday, 1:30, and also the Canadian news that was coming. Also, further in that week, we also had the PPI and the GDP on pounds. And also, of course, some things going on with Mr. Trump, and so many other news events that happened, or other announcements that happened, and all these kind of things. You want to pay attention in these times, because there's a lot of things going on which can move the market pretty strong. Okay, just to say to you that you need to be aware of that. Alrighty. For today, we already had some GPY news coming in. You see the GPY pairs reacting pretty strong. And also, what's very, very important for this night is the FOMC press conference that we have around 7 and 7:30. Okay, so the market will move pretty strong on that. You know that this is something that happens every month. So if I'm talking about news events that are very important, we are talking about CPI, we are talking about FOMC, and we are talking about NFPs, okay? Yes, indeed, indeed. We see the market moving pretty strong right now. You see it here on 80 JPY, for example. This is moving on a very fast way to the downside right now. This is simply because of the news. What exactly come out, or why the market moves so strong to the downside, I cannot explain, and I'm always very honest about that. My fundamental game is not on point, and to be honest, I don't care, because I've been trading price trap for years already, and my focus is the technical analysis we are doing on the charts. Because in my opinion, the fundamentals almost always follows up on what the technical has showed us. Okay, but first let's go to what happened last week, because we had some interesting price traps where you had again some interesting opportunities. I've said this already in my previous sessions, so if you haven't watched my recordings, let me first delete all my alerts because there's a lot of mess also here. Pause all. There we go. And then delete all. There we go. I do this every single morning, so I have a clear chart, clear mind, and I can set my alerts like I want them. It's a very good tip that you can use for yourself also, that you not get alerts from 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. Just remove everything and start again every single morning. Even if you have to do the same alerts from the last day, doesn't matter, all right? Don't be lazy here when it comes down to your trading. All right. So let's talk about the different pairs we had last week. This is beautiful. This one I really love what I've seen here. I've talked about this last week. I wanted to see if we could make at least, if you can remember what I said last week, I wanted to see the market making at least that equal high here to then get the retest back in our zone and follow up that breakout. And yeah, I cannot, or it can be better than this. Like you can see, I've left everything on my charts so you can see what I've been talking about last week and how it played out. So I can be completely transparent in it. If it's profit or loss, I don't care, all right? I share everything. If we lose, we lose. If we win, we win, all right? So like you can see, AUD/USD did a beautiful job, made that equal high, and then came back for the retest, showed us some beautiful price action down here, which gave you a beautiful opportunity to react on that buy opportunity here or follow up on that breakout to the upside, and then moved all the way up for a potential of 105 pips. Like you can see, you could have around a 15 pip stop, 105 pips in profit. Like, come on, okay? This is just amazing. This could be 105, 106. Depends a little bit on how you personally like to use your risk management or how much of a take profit you want to see, how much of a risk to reward you want to see. Some people love to just trade 1 on 2 risk to reward. That's totally fine. Some people love to trade 1 on 3s or love to twin trade. That's all your decision, okay? I'm just here to give you the education that you can use and find yourself opportunities in these markets. I'm not here to say to you, you have to buy this or have to sell that. No, I'm just showing you if you just focus yourself on the basics of the market structure, highs and lows, you can come a long way, a very long way. Okay. If you don't know what I'm talking about, if you see like this chart doesn't say you anything, just go to my YouTube channel. In my Telegram channel, I'm always sharing my recordings. Also for the Discord, I'm always sharing my recordings. And over there, you can find everything you need to know about this beautiful strategy. Okay. Now, to come back, there's one thing I don't think I've explained this already on one of my sessions. I've talked about twin trading. What is twin trading? Well, it's pretty simple. You got to open 2 orders at exactly the same level. So for example, here on AUD/USD, you get in here on this low after the market showed you some good structure, some good price action, FIP levels, imbalance levels, supply, demand, doesn't matter how you react. There are so many different ways how you can react on this. But if you found yourself an entry, what you're going to do is you're going to simply open 2 orders at exactly the same point, okay? The first order, you can go for 1 on 3, for example, and then the second order, you can just leave it running until you have, for example, just giving you an example here, till this high. This is your target, and then you go with your second one out of it, okay? So it can be that the first one had a 1 on 3 risk to reward, and the second one had a 1 on 6, 1 on 8, 1 on 10, doesn't matter. We also have some indicators you can use on TradingView to find yourself your second target. Or what you also can do is simply wait till the market creates bearish structure, okay? So we focus on highs and lows. Here we see that the market really made that beautiful uptrending move. Then the market slowed down. This was already like a sign of the market showing us that it wants to go down. We make that high, we go down, and we make a slightly lower high, okay? Once the market breaks through this, you can decide to go out with your second order, or maybe you just do it with 1 order. That's also possible, okay? So that's also a way you can just see when the market is about to make a deep retracement, okay? It's when it starts to break structure, okay? So that's it for AUD/USD. Let's go to AUD/NZD, another one, very beautiful, right? What did the market do? Market broke out, came back for the retest. This was a pretty hard one. Why? Because this happened during the weekend, or not during the weekend, but we got the breakout on Friday evening, and the retest we got it Sunday night, all right? Sunday night, Monday night, right over here. So this was a pretty hard one, very hard to catch it here. We did had some price action. If you go down, you see this massive push to the downside, or maybe on this here, you could react. there are multiple different opportunities here to go for that. You see that the potential was around 75 pips to the downside. But like I said, this was a pretty hard one to react. I personally, yeah, when I was there looking at it, I was like, market is just opening. I'm maybe just taking it slow and not reacting there. Okay, so that was for AD and ZD, another beautiful opportunity. Then let's talk about Euro USD. Look at this. My arrows are still on there. Market comes down, creates price action. Also right over here was also a beautiful push. But here we had this beautiful price action point going on and the market starts rising again. All right. So if you found yourself, let's say just a late entry here after this morning star, market went for almost 100 pips. Okay. With like, yeah, 25 pips stop, something like that. So yeah, a 1-on-3 risk to reward once again was definitely possible. Okay, so that was for Euro USD. Let's move on. It wasn't a lot that we had last week, but like I said, we don't need a lot of price reps. Even we don't need a lot of trades in a week. We simply need one or two take profits with a 1-on-3 risk to reward, and you're done for the week. Please remember that. Okay, don't be greedy. Don't be hunting the markets down to keep on trading every single day. If you can find yourself one or two beautiful entries with a 1-on-3 risk to reward, or maybe higher, you can really do some crazy things in these markets. Okay, that's of course the potential. Like you guys know, past results doesn't guarantee future profits. Okay, here with GU it was a little harder. Like you can see, the market was like not really creating the most beautiful price action, but still using the basics, using the highs and lows, the market did some crazy stuff. All right, here you got an opportunity, right over here you got an opportunity. Market went from this point for like 67 pips. This point went for almost 100 pips. So definitely some opportunities there where you could potentially find yourself a good entry. Okay, so that's for GU. Another one, market always respects structure, believe me, and I will keep showing you until you believe. All right, good. Then we have NZD Canadian. This was the one that didn't really respect, but if we go back to Euro JPY, remember? No, it was, what was it? Let me get back here. AD USD, excuse me. So with AD USD, what did I say about that high? It was very like dangerous when the market goes higher, that it would respect this supply zone. So I wanted to see the market creating at least an equal high. Okay, what have we seen with NZD Canadian? It was almost exactly the same thing. I didn't drew it. I thought I drew that, but doesn't matter. We have this massive demand zone or strong demand zone sitting here. So I want to see the market creating at least that equal low before I was really interested to go down. And this didn't happen. The market created what? If we go back to basic market structure, guys, what did the market create? A higher low. Okay, so I'm not gonna say I didn't react here. Why not? Why did I react? I reacted because I got my breakout retest with some good confirmations, but I knew there was a higher risk because of that higher low. Okay, makes sense? Let me know in the chat if you have questions or if you're like, doesn't make sense. Explain me, all right? I will, no worries. So then the market goes higher. I see a lot of beautiful price drops for today, but we will go back on that when I'm done reviewing, of course, the pairs from last week. Then we have USD CHF. This was a beautiful breakout, then a beautiful retest, and market went higher. So right over here, yeah, around this price action point, this was messy. Guess what this is? This was like 1 o'clock in the midday, and I showed you just before I started. I showed you like the list on the Forex Factory. What was around 130 CPI, right? This was very messy. Market goes up, down during that period, but then moves lower again to create some beautiful price action and give you an opportunity of 46 pips. All right, if you would see, yeah, 15 pips, 45 pips take profit, 1-on-3 risk to reward once again. Okay, so beautiful how the market again respected the structure I drew and gave us, yeah, it wasn't the biggest move here, But there is one big reason why we don't see big moves like AUD, Euro USD, GU. It was simply because we were going against the trend. Okay, if you zoom out, you see the market is downtrending for a long time, and we were going against that. So the chances are high that the market wouldn't go as crazy as we are seeing on other pairs. Okay, so that's for USD CHF, and I think that was it for last week. Yes, that was it. If I'm missing out on a pair that I drew, normally I'm not. Let me know. But normally this should be all the pairs I've went over last week. Okay, good. This was a review for the price traps we made last week. Like you can see, different opportunities, beautiful opportunities. Today I'm gonna do exactly the same thing. I'm just gonna go through the charts and find myself some price traps. First of all, how do you find yourself price traps? Let me go over that again, okay? If we look at the market, we can go three directions, right? We can go up, we can go down, we can go sideways. If the market does one of these directions, it's pretty simple or pretty basic that the market just doesn't move in one straight line to the upside. We will always move from high to low, from high to low, right? From liquidity to liquidity, from supply to demand. You can say it how you want. I just say from high to low. So if we have that uptrend, we know that the market is creating higher highs and higher lows. If we are in the downtrend, of course, we have vice versa. Also the highs and lows, but lower lows and lower highs, right? If we go sideways, we are creating equal lows and equal highs, all right? So what we want to do is pretty simple. In the first thing, the first uptrend, what are we doing? We simply want to find ourselves a high and a low and wait for the market to break out of that high, comes back for the retest, and then follow the move up. If we are looking for the downtrend, exactly the same thing. We want to find ourselves a low and a high to wait for the market to break out, come back for the retest, and follow up that downtrending movement. If we have the consolidation movement, we are going to simply find ourselves the highs and lows, the equal highs and the equal lows, to then wait for the market to give us a direction. It could break up, give us the retest and move higher, or it can break down, give us a retest and move lower. That's it. All right. And if you're here, if you're pretty new to this and you're looking at this like, nah, you're joking me. This is it? Yes, this is it. That's it. For real. But you gotta really understand this, right? Understand the highs, the lows. A lot of people skip this part because it looks so easy. A lot of people think like, oh, I can do this, that's no problem. But still they're trapping not like it should be, right? So focus yourself on this and see the magic happen. Because this is the very core of the strategy. And you want to master that. I personally spent hours and hours and hours behind my charts to simply master the highs and lows and to see the market reacting on these highs and lows, right? So do it. Train your eyes. Make it an automation. If I go into the charts and I make my price traps, it's almost subconscious that I'm just poof, poof, high, low, high, low, high, low, bum. This is a good one. I don't like that one. You will see me doing it a lot. You're like, why don't you like it? It's messy. I don't like it. Not Messi, the football player, but Messi from it doesn't look good, right? So this is very, very important. Okay, I cannot say this enough. A lot of people skip it because it looks so easy, but believe me, it's the most important thing when it comes down to price trap. All right. Let's go. Let's check what the market has to offer. AUD back for a beautiful demand zone here. Could react to the upside, but not gonna use it. I don't really like what I'm seeing there. I really want these easy and obvious structure points here. Euro USD, please pay attention here. Also, I'm not gonna trap it right now. I really want to get like obvious structure where the market is really stuck in between a zone, stuck in between a high and a low. That's really clear. Okay, this is something I like. Let me get back to that. Let me first really trap the ones that are obvious and clear. Here we got GU. That's maybe one we can use. AD Canadian. Let me get back on that in a moment. I will first go through the charts that are like really clear. There we go. We want to pay attention. I'm gonna put this support on there, okay? But we have the same situation like we had on ADUSD last week, okay? So market is uptrending. If the market wants to break through the lows, you gotta pay attention to that demand zone, and we want to see creating the market at least an equal low on this one, or break through that and create an equal low right over here, okay? Before I'm really interested to go to the downside. So that's for GU. G-Chef, wow, messed up chart. This is one I like. Such an obvious, clear structure. What's very important with NZD Canadian is that when we break down, that we go against the trend, so that we cannot expect a move like this to the downside. To the upside, yeah, we can just follow the trend. To the downside, we got to know that we are going against it. So maybe it's a good idea to just focus on one specific take profit, 1 on 3, 1 on 2, depends what you like. I do like this one also. It's a very small one, but I like the structure. Very easy high and low. What you also can do is simply zoom out and see if these zones were interesting in the past. If the market was reacting strong on it in the past, like you can see, market is reacting very strong on these zones. So that's what we want to see. So pretty simple here, retest and lower. That's for NJ. Okay, okay. Let's see what we can have with this one also. Let me change this to purple so I know these are the new ones. NZD cut, yes, yes. Yes, the NZD pairs are pretty beautiful. Yeah, why not? Why not? Let's see where we can get with UCAP first. Looks like my connection, my internet is fixed. Haven't been cut off, so that's good. Fixed it yesterday. I didn't want to celebrate too early, but looks like it's fixed finally after all these problems. It was like 2 or 3 weeks I had been, or I had problems with my connection. Not necessarily when I was trading, but just when I was giving sessions, I got cut off every 5 to 10 minutes. That's not really fun. There we go. So UJ is also looking pretty good. Canadian CHF. No clear breakout for Canadian JPY. Gold, yeah, gold just keeps on running. I had this price trap here, waiting for a breakout retest to the upside, or downside, of course, but it didn't do anything. And right now, yeah, you could say breakout retest to the upside, but nah, I don't like it. I don't like what I'm seeing there. All right. So 80 Canadian, how are you looking at it? Are you looking at it like this with the support zone right over here and the resistance all the way up there? Or how are you looking at it? Maybe you can share a link if it's possible to share a link. Yes, exactly. Yeah, that's also the most obvious structure. So it makes sense that you trapped it like that. It's pretty good, but you gotta pay attention that you're going against the trend here. So if you want to look at down moves and a head and shoulders, yeah, that's indeed the head and shoulders here. We have the shoulder, left shoulder, head, right shoulder. So now we could expect the retest of the neckline, and just these are like pattern traders, but I personally don't like patterns, or I don't really use it. But then you can expect with the retest the distance from your head to the downside. That's how I got it teached, or how I learned it. But yeah, it's looking good. Just know that this is going against the trend, and I think this could be a very interesting take profit zone. I wouldn't go or wouldn't expect the market to go lower than that, because that's the uptrending structure, and this is a very strong low here. Yeah, just know that we're going against it, and maybe it's just good to go for like a one take profit, not like the twin trading or the 100 pip move or that kind of stuff. Euro USD. I got this one yesterday also. Beautiful move to the upside. Now it's lower again, reacting on these massive demand zones, but less of a fan today. I did trap Canadian, Euro Canadian also yesterday, like this. It's still moving so ugly. And just because of the market moving so ugly, I'm gonna leave it alone and delete it. ADCHF was also one from yesterday for the breakout retest to the upside, but because of this massive breakout and now such a bearish price action there, I want to leave it also alone. Just showing you my price traps from yesterday. Yesterday I was looking at Euro USD and GU for buying opportunities. It did good. We had this breakout, retest, and then the move up. But for me personally, yeah, I missed out on it on Euro USD and GU. So yesterday was the day of missed entries. This is also part of the game, part of trading. Don't get too frustrated because you miss entries. Happens to the best of us. Don't be too harsh on yourself. So GU here. That was then yesterday, the breakout, the retest on GU, moved to the upside, missed out on this entry here. Didn't move too far, so I think I would end up with a break even there. 40, 45 pips, maybe. Maybe I could have a take profit there. I also had G-Chef on this price trap in the beginning, but now I just don't like what I'm seeing right now. The price action is so messy. Then we have NZ Canadian. Okay, NZ, nope. Okay. Looks like that will be it for today. Maybe Canadian CHF, but nah, I don't want to force anything. That will be it. How many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? 7 price traps, more than enough, right? I'm gonna draw it. I do like the structure. Let me do it like this. There we go. Looking for the breakout retest to the downside. Gotta pay attention because it's also respecting uptrending market. Like you can see, high, higher low, higher high, potential higher low to the upside. So please be aware of that this is slightly higher risk. And that will be it. Nope, that's it. All right, let me go over one more time. So we have AD Canadian. Like you guys said, beautiful head and shoulders. I didn't even see it. Canadian JPY. I will look at it in a moment. So we have AD Canadian. Then we have GU. I warned you guys about it. So for AD Canadian, same thing. The target zones would be around this area here. Okay, it's already good. We attack these demand zones. For GU, you know what I said. This could be that the market goes lower today to take out the lows from yesterday, react on demand and move higher. NZD Canadian, yeah, simply waiting for a breakout retest. NZD JPY waiting for the retest to go lower. Would be very interesting to get this move. We had a very strong move here to fill that up to the downside. NZD USD exactly the same thing. USD Canadian, yeah, target zones would be around this area. You know, here, this demand. For the people who remember what a supply and demand is, pretty simple. This is a beautiful demand zone, supply zone, sorry. If your zone is above, it's supply. If your zone is below, it's demand. Okay. USD JPY looking good. Looking to follow this trend up. If we can follow that up. If we can break up, that's what I wanted to say. Then we have Canadian CHF for the breakout to the downside and potentially the retest to go lower. Canadian JPY, yeah. I'm not gonna look at your chart. I'm just gonna trap it myself. How I would trap it like this. Or yeah, because of the move didn't happen before, probably I wanted to trap it like that, you know? That would be my first reaction. But because we reject on this one, let me say it like that. If we go higher here, if the market does this, then I will adjust my low, okay? If we do not do that and we just break lower, so we get, for example, right now, this candle here closes with a candle closure below this low here, I will be still interested in the breakout retest to the downside, okay? So this is how I would trap it. Let me check how you trapped it. Exactly. Love it. Love it. That's good. There we go. That's it. Alrighty. These are the Forex price traps. But like you guys know, I love to end my session with crypto. But before I go to crypto, I'm checking the chat box. Are there any more questions on the price traps for today? Is there something you want to know? Let me know right now in the chat box while I'm sipping my water and go to the crypto. Nope, no questions coming. All right, that's good. It means that you guys are with me and understanding what I want to see. Now, for crypto, I'm more like that long-term person that goes on the daily, goes on the weekly time frame, and doesn't really mess up with the lower time frames. Or yeah, I do go to the lower time frames to know what the direction will be in like the next few days. But right now, yeah, I cannot say a lot about crypto because, like you can see, I left my drawings like it was last week and nothing happened. This was last week. Look, market just moved sideways. Nothing happened. All right. I'm still interested to get that retest higher. I put this 4-hour supply zone on there. So this is something I want to see. Maybe we can just go a little higher. I'm gonna just move my arrows to here, like this, right? Then like this. There we go. So this is exactly still the same that I want to see because I'm following that these red lines are the daily time frame structure points. So I just want to see the market giving me that daily time frame movement or daily time frame downtrend following up. All right, I see the market going lower still. Okay, you see that 5061 FIP level here is beautifully with that supply zone. We could go higher to 72, 78, of course, but this would be my first zone of interest. Okay, once we start breaking this structure that's sitting above, we can look again for uptrending charts. But for me personally, I don't see this happening very soon. This chart just screams to me that it wants to take out this demand zone before we go higher. Even just a retest of the high of the supply there, of the resistance, the high of this consolidation that we have seen for a very long time. Okay, so we shall see where we can get. What I also do love to check, of course, is like the chart of the altcoins. So this is a chart of all the coins without the top 10. So as long as we can keep respect that demand zone and start maybe breaking structure to the upside, it could give us a sign that the market is preparing himself to get ourselves or to get our alt season. The total market cap also screams to me that we could get a retest a little higher to then go lower to take out this demand zone, or just get a retest of, oh no, we got our retest already. So just a dip deeper into the demand zones. That's also, of course, very possible. For the Bitcoin dominance, why do I check Bitcoin dominance? Also, this has all to see with like the alt season, looking if we could get an alt season or when the alt season could take off. And we need to break structure for that. Okay, on the Bitcoin dominance, on the others, and also on Ethereum against Bitcoin. All right, so Ethereum against Bitcoin also needs to break some structure before we can even see an alt season happening. But at this point, it's boring. Nothing is happening. We are consolidating, so we will need to be patient for maybe the next drop, or maybe just the break of structure to the upside. Okay. Okay, amazing. That's good. Alrighty, then I'm ready. If there are no more questions, that will be it for today. We have 7 price traps. I will go over them one more time so you have them with you, and you can see what the market can do the upcoming week. So next week, of course, I'm going to review everything. You will see that like I did right now, like I did in the beginning of the session. So AUD Canadian was the first one, GU was the second one, NZD Canadian, NZD JPY, NZD USD, USD JPY, Canadian CHF, and Canadian JPY. All right. And that's it. I want to wish you all a beautiful, beautiful day. Here in Belgium, we do have some beautiful weathers for today and tomorrow. It will be warm, it will be sunny, so enjoy it. Take some vitamin D, because here in Belgium, we don't have a lot of opportunities to do that. So get yourself out of there, read a book in the sun or something like that, and enjoy the weather, enjoy the time you have here. And we see each other next week for another price trap session, price trap morning session, where we will review every single price trap from today, and of course make some new price traps from the upcoming or for the upcoming week. All right, there's one thing, please be careful with what's going on in the world. It could impact the charts. You could see the market doing some crazy stuff without even knowing where it's coming from. Well, that's normal in times like this, like the war in Ukraine. Wow, the war in the Gaza, and all these kind of things. Just be careful. Also, the trade war that is going on. So please be careful for that. So I'm personally not really a fan of holding over the weekend in periods like this, all right? Because if there's something happening in the weekend, know that your stop losses, take profits, doesn't matter what, doesn't work in the weekend, all right? So if the market moves in the weekend, and yes, it can, that you do not get wrecked, all right? That you do not suffer financial loss, okay? So thank you all for being here. I wish you the best, and we see each other back next week. Ciao, ciao.